Guys, today is April the 15th, and I'm going to do something a little different this morning. I want to do a specific reading on the employment situation for the next, year and a half, because that's about how long it's going to be before we have a vaccine. Unemployment insurance will run out in 4 months. So far, the government has only talked about the one $1,200 check, and that's it. So I just want to kind of see what the outlook looks like now, especially for people who have lost their jobs. These cards are a little unique. This is a Marseille deck. It's an old-timey Italian-style Marseille deck. And the cards have keywords on the side of the card. And they're a little bit different from the normal Rider-Waite meanings that we normally think of. Most of them are about the same, but some of them are a little bit different. But I thought this one was interesting. This is the Knight of Swords. And for the keyword, they have employee. So I'm going to put him, the employee, in the center of the reading, and then just do a reading on the employee. And see what we get, what the outlook is, or what the situation is for our employees, especially those who may have lost their job or be just simply out of work right now. I want to see kind of an outlook or maybe some advice, or just how things are going to go. I know the government is trying to put everybody back, start everything back up. So I imagine maybe a lot of people will go back to work, but still, there's no way a vaccine is going to be available until at least a year and a half from now. So let's see what we get. So crossing the employee, we get the Nine of Pentacles. This card calls that investment. This is that financial security. So financial security is crossing, is the challenge for the employee. Underneath, abundance. This is the Ace of Cups. So this tells me that this is the underlying concern for the employee. And my cats are going wild. Okay, back in the background, back in the past, we have defeat. We have the Five of Swords. This is a loss. This is the loss of jobs. This is the loss of jobs. Above, we have the Six of Pentacles. This card calls that unscrupulousness. That's unfairness. So some people have lost their jobs due to no fault of their own. That's the unfairness. Near future, we have the Eight of Cups. It's called maturity in this deck. That's going beyond your emotions. It's also leaving behind possibly something that made you happy, but you have outgrown it. Something you have outgrown emotionally. It's also the walking away card. In the U position, we have the Queen of Pentacles, resourcefulness. I like seeing that in a U position. We'll be very resourceful. Hopefully. She's called the heiress. This is somebody who has inherited some money. But the Queen of Pentacles is about being very resourceful. Knowing how to make money. Knowing how to do with what you have also. Surrounding, we have the Ace of Swords, victory. This card calls it dynamism. That's a force. That's a force, a power force. Truth, justice, victory is the energy surrounding. So there will be some sort of I like seeing this in the environment around the U position. Both of these are very strong. Good outcome type cards, good energy for somebody, especially somebody who may have lost their job. That makes me think that if you look around, you'll see the opportunities, and there will be a way to be successful. Hopes and fears. We have the Ace of Wands. They call this invention. This may be a reinventing yourself, hoping for that new job. Wands to me are very job oriented. A new beginning, two new beginning cards right next to each other. New beginning energy. There may be brand new opportunities for this abundance. Maybe even possibly, well, I'm not going to say. Let's see what outcome. Outcome, we have the Ten of Swords. They call that affliction. That's an ending. That's an ending to something that was painful. Well, that's good. Good to see these two beginning cards with that ending card of something that was painful. So it will end. The pain will end. The unfairness will end. This is about, okay, so we're going to have to look for new opportunities, new jobs, new ways of making an income. It's there. It's there now. Those opportunities are there now. There are people, this is telling me that there are people that are hiring right now. We're going to have to take this Eight of Cups, take the mature approach. I think that's what people, this is very mature energy too. This is very thoughtful, moving forward type energy. I think we're going to be aware of the Ten of Swords is also like the good riddance, the done card, the closure card. So what I'm seeing with all this unemployment is actually a blessing in disguise. Like some of these jobs that didn't pay very well, possibly, or maybe you were in a job situation that wasn't that great. It's going to be, once we get through all this, and even now, I would start looking for that job, because it's probably out there now. I know there are some businesses that are hiring, and there are some businesses right now, despite the fact that a lot are closed, that are extremely busy. Look where the cars are. That's where the jobs are. So I'm encouraged by this reading, despite the fact that there will be job losses, and despite the fact that it will be a challenge to become financially secure again. But there's this real big opportunity to have something much, much better better than we had before. So keep a lookout if you're in that situation where you're maybe not working, or maybe don't know when you'll be going back to work. It might be a real good idea to look for this knowledge, this idea, this information about new opportunities that are out there. It'll be a lot easier to get a job in this situation that we're in right now, because everybody's very understanding about the fact that it's not your fault. And I really feel like there are people, there's people out there, there's employers out there right now that are looking for employees. Yeah, become this Queen of Pentacles energy. Be resourceful. Be, especially now in this in-between time, make the best of what you have. Think about how you can save money, how you can use your resources wisely. But there is going to be a lot of endings to things that weren't good. And walking away from things that maybe used to bring you that security that you're looking for here. Thanks, guys.